Like, how long do the babies usually stay in that particular unit?
Really, it just depends on how premature they are. Yeah. So when you have babies born, 26, 28 weeks, think of a full term pregnancy is at least 37 to 40 weeks, So you think about how premature that is, when they're born at 26, 27, 28 weeks. Um, Babies, they can be in there anywhere from 6 months to a year. Yeah. So it's a long time. It's a lot for the parents to deal with. So it also is very helpful to have a primary nurse. For the parents too, because it's like this is someone who's always taking care of my baby, who they know know if there's any changes in their condition, anything like that. So yeah, it's a long road. It's a long road, but again, when they go home though, and they turn out okay, it's good for the
Yeah.
soul.
Definitely. I got just a couple more questions
Yeah, no,
on
it's
that
okay.
because I'm just still curious because I know you mentioned before that the OBGYN thing wasn't for you because maybe you didn't want to deal with the mothers.
Yes,
But this particular instance, you still have to deal with the family
you
with
do.
the baby.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, this is a completely different type of experience where it could turn the wrong way.
Yes.
So how do you manage that, or how does that go? Like,
Yeah,
c-
with this, because you're not dealing with a mama who's in labor, who's pain and all that stuff. This is more so of you providing support to them to help them get through this time.
okay,
Just talking to them and being honest with them, about expectations, what to expect, what we're gonna do. Just and there's times when there's not good news to report, when the doctors have to come in and give them some bad news or something, but you're, as the nurse, you're there for them, being their advocate, helping them get through it, whatever resources they may need. Because sometimes you have them come from out of town. The babies can get life flighted in from other surrounding areas who don't have the capability to care for them. So then you got the parents that are here and they're pretty much displaced, and needing somewhere to stay, needing social work services. So you are, as the nurse, that's what we were doing too, caring for the parents too. So it's different, and they're very appreciative, because this just is a difficult time, So it's dealing with parents, but in a different manner this time.
okay, yeah, I can
Yeah,
understand a little bit more from that aspect.
yeah,
All right, so the next thing is just like, okay, hospital is expensive. I know these bills are in extreme amounts, maybe hundreds of thousands, maybe a million for some people. In some cases, I'm sure.
yeah.
Like, what can you tell me about the process about that and like getting hit with these hospital bills after maybe even if the baby didn't survive, then they
Right,
still have the
right.
bills, correct?
Yeah. Yeah. So with that, and that's another thing as nurses we try to do is connect them. Like at the hospitals, usually they have a department, the financial department. So if they don't have insurance, they help them with their applications. Well, here, it's TennCare. If you need Medicaid, so calling in the financial counselors to help them apply for insurance and stuff to get coverage so that they won't have those big hospital bills. So that's essentially like they do still end up probably with some sort of bill too, but just helping them to get connected to the resources to maybe help decrease some of that, that portion that they have to pay. There's also some organizations that are out there that will help them, especially with those costs of having to like stay in a hotel or something like that. Ronald McDonald House is one that was near the hospital too, that offers a place for them to stay and food and everything too, So there are a lot of things out there to help with some of these expenses that they do incur.